busy with anime lately. A lot of anime stuff.
A lot of anime stuff been going on.
We went to an anime con. We bought some anime stuff. We watched anime. We didn't even have to.
We watched anime. We didn't even have to. That's how you know we're experts in this particular field of study.
Yeah, we're experts because we're dedicated.
We're dedicated.
We're
have
dedicated
so much
as shit.
We have so much dedicated wham.
We are the most dedicated anime watchers in all the world.
We got so much dedication on us.
I got in trouble once because I watched so much anime I skipped work and school, and they were like, "You can't do that." And I said, "Sorry, my waifu needs me."
Sorry, Sakura-chan needs me.
Welcome to the Protagonist scene.
Get some Al Pacino in there.
Yeah, because that's what this podcast needs. More Al Pacino.
This is our Al Pacino podcast.
Yeah, we changed it up. It's Al Pacino and occasionally another Italian actor.
You remember that ad in the Adam Sandler classic where he plays his own twin sister?
And Al Pacino wants to date him?
Yeah, and then...
How did that... Why do you agree to that?
I don't know.
He's Al Pacino.
Maybe it was because of the Dunkachino at the ad at the end. He was like, that seems like fun. But I gotta go through the rest of the movie. But you gotta eat your veggies before you can have dessert.
Anyway, this is Protagonist. See, it's not about Al Pacino. It's about anime. I'm Alex. That's Ian. And we're here to talk about Jojo.
Yeah, dog.
Dude.
We lose one of the boys.
Sad episode.
It's a sad boy episode.
So, most of the episode is just them looking around for the other stand user because they realize they killed Risotto Nero.
Yeah, but there's something amiss because Little Bomber wouldn't have blown his foot off like that. So there's gotta be someone else.
And the boss is going around trying to suck the iron out of stuff, which I don't think you replenish iron that quickly by just sucking it out of a toad.
No, you don't. You really don't. Because he was brought, to the brink of death. So I don't think he could replenish it in under 30 minutes.
Yeah, he sucks it out of a toad and a kid.
Yeah, he takes out a kid.
I don't think you can vampire iron from people.
No. You'd probably get very sick.
And Abakio is the guy who's running he's using Moody Blues to go back in time to see the face of the person who is Trish's father who took the picture.
Yeah. And they know the month and the year, but they don't have the day. So basically he just has to scan through the entire month to figure out what day it is to find him.
And he ends up getting left alone because the guy that was crucial to their operation, they might as well leave unguarded.
Yeah. I don't even remember because it's Narancia, Abakio, and Bucciarati, right? Those are the only guys.
And then Giorno and Mista are going around doing their own thing. And
so they go to Bucciarati and Narancia go to hunt down the boss. Well, what we know is the boss. And basically that gives the opportunity the boss to, while Abakio is distracted, punch a hole through his chest, much like he did to our main lad Bucciarati. Yeah, he straight up just fucking kills Abakio. It's super quick. It just happens, and then he just fucks off. And Abakio just falls over, and then boom, he's dead. And then he's in sort of like the spirit world, where he sees a police officer kind of just under the table picking up glass shards, and then he realizes this police officer is his former comrade when he was a police officer that he caused to die. Yeah, and his partner is basically, Abakio's like, I gotta get back on that bus so I can get out of here. And he's like, but this is the last stop. You can't get on that bus. You came here on that bus. There's no going back, bro. But he tells Abakio that he's proud of him because he did a good job. Yeah. And then the gang finds Abakio, and everyone is pretty broken up about this, naturally, as this is the first death out of the group. Yeah, particularly Narancia. Narancia loses his shit. He doesn't want to believe it at first. He doesn't want to believe it.
Yeah, because he keeps telling Bruno, he's just like, hey, we can't just leave him, right? He's going to wake up any second. If we just go, he's not going to know where we went.
Yeah, Giorno can use his power to fix him. He can use his power to heal him. Just heal him, Giorno. Just heal him. But he can't heal him. He's too far gone.
And they end up, as they're about to leave, Giorno notices something in Abbacchio's hand.
It's some kind of stone and or pebble.
So he uses golden experience on it, which has it go back to where it's supposed to be, which leads him to a stone nearby, and there's an imprint of a face.
Yes. Turns out Abbacchio's last action was to have Moody Blues leave a face imprint on the statue of the boss. So now they know the boss's true face.
And I did like this scene in the sense where Abbacchio, who was shitty to Giorno the whole time and didn't really trust Giorno, almost left the mystery up to Giorno to be solved.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a good handoff. I'm sad that Moody Blues is no more.
Well, Moody Blues is so powerful, it's replaying all of Jojo next week.
Whoa.
We're getting a recap. Again.
Cool.
Yeah. Again.
Oh boy.
I feel like we just had one, like, 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, because they did it right before the,
They did it right after they, first betrayed the boss.
Yeah.
So all we've had between now and then was obviously the Rosato and Doppio fight, the Notorious Big fight, and then the Clash and Talking Heads.
Yeah.
That's it.
Although, a couple of those were... Actually, I think all of them were 2 episodes,
Our
at
just
least.
body count is getting pretty high.
Turns out the guy whose power is airplane with machine gun kills a lot of people.
Yeah. He's killed more people than Mista.
Yeah, and Mista's stand is literally, I affect bullet trajectories.
Mista's got a weird stand when you think about it. He had to work to make it work for him, because he added the gun himself. Otherwise, he just has little things that kick around projectiles.
Yeah, that's true. What an interesting...
In fact, I don't think they make things go faster. It's just bullets are already fast.
Yeah, they literally just changed the trajectory. That's it.
Yeah.
It's an interesting stand power.
Yeah, so we don't have to talk about Jojo next week.
Yeah, so next week will probably be a little bit shorter.
Thank God.
Ugh.
Unless we kill something this week. But not Rising of the Shield Hero, because holy shit, this is good.
No, that show is so good.
So, yeah, we fought a bad CG dragon this week, but everything else was super well animated. Like, all of them while they were fighting the dragon, like Philo, Raftalia, animated super well.
I was going to say that, because that was something I actually noticed. I was like, holy shit. Bad CG aside, it looks a lot better in the animation department than I think it used to.
It looked better than the glass fight.
Yeah. Like, holy shit. I don't know if they suddenly got a whole lot of budget or what, or if they were just saving up for this one moment, but
yeah,
this is a good looking week in Shield Hero.
Yeah, so they lead the CG dragon, that crazy nobleman summoned, out of the town to some lake, and as they're fighting it, they realize they don't do any damage to it.
Yeah, they're not doing jack squat, but they're gonna keep fighting it until the
the chocobos.
Yeah, the chocobos show up.
Yep, and then the chocobo queen shows up, and she's massive.
Philolials, I think.
Yeah, I think, Philolials.
Whatever, their fucking queen shows up, and she's gigantic.
Yeah, she is the size of the dragon, basically.
And
she kicks the shit out of it.
Yeah, she offers it one morning. She's like, yo, get rid of that ancient dragon stone, and we're all good. I'll let you live. Does not respond very well to that. So she kicks the shit out of it.
And, like, chops it up with her talons.
It's really cool. And then she's like, hey, let me drop some exposition on you.
And she turns into, obviously, a little girl.
Because, of course.
And her name is Fitoria.
I
I would prefer Filtria.
Yeah, Filtria. That's the fate reaches.
Want me to do another fate reach?
Go for it.
She's voiced by Umu.
No way.
Yeah, she's voiced by Nero.
Shit, that's awesome. That's great. This is stuff you don't get. This is stuff you come to us for.
Yeah, you come to us for this shit.
How can we link these shows to Fate?
We're gonna link all of them to Fate. It's Demon Slayer, UFO Table. Already did that
UFO
one.
Table, done.
But yeah, so they meet Fitoria, and she takes them back to basically her resting area or whatever.
They have a sanctuary, and she's like, technically I could get in big trouble for bringing you guys here, but whatever.
And she seems kind of bothered that now Fumi's putting dragon parts in his shield too.
I kind of like this exchange.
Yeah, because she's like, hey, one of the 4 cardinal heroes shouldn't be like putting dragon parts inside their shield. And he's like, I need it for skills.
I need it. And she's like, you shouldn't use the rage shield either. That's a terrible decision. And
I need it. It's OP.
It comes with big drawbacks. But I need it, though. And then she just kind of gives him a look.
And she hangs out with him for a little bit, and basically, they go on this walk, and it's a really nice-looking walk. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Everything looks really nice. Like, it's just drawn well. The background is really nicely detailed. The lighting's nice.
This whole episode is animated and drawn really fucking well. It's a little bit out of place.
And she drops some major world building and exposition on him, where she explains that she's actually been going around because all of the heroes apparently are not supposed to be summoned to one country.
Yeah, she looks him dead in the face and is like, why the fuck aren't you guys helping other countries?
And he's like, what? He's like, I just recently found out there were other countries. She's like, yeah, every country is supposed to get their own hero. So there are waves happening in other countries, and you guys aren't there to deal with it.
So, yeah.
And he was also basically going on about how Malo Mark is a piece of shit and that he doesn't get along with the other heroes. And she was like, hey, the heroes shouldn't fight. And he's like, yeah, tell that to them. I gave up on them. It's too much to try to get along. She's like, so there's like no way you guys are going to get along then. He's like, yeah. And she's like, wow, I didn't know the heroes ended up being this much of a disaster. And she decides, okay, if they can't get along, instead of just trying to work this out, I'm just going to re-roll.
Yeah, I need to kill all of the heroes.
Yeah, because apparently if all the heroes die, you can just redo it.
Yeah, you can resummon. We also learned that she only lives like several hundred lifetimes because she was raised by a hero.
Yeah, she was raised by a former hero, which shows that she has a certain admiration for the heroes, which is why seeing like Naofumi is like disappointing.
I wonder which hero she was raised by.
Probably a former S.H.I.E.L.D. hero.
I don't know. It was probably a former S.H.I.E.L.D. hero.
Yeah, and she specifically sought them out because Philo could be a candidate for the next queen.
Yeah, seeing as how she is also being raised by a S.H.I.E.L.D. hero. We also get a little bit of stuff with Archer Boy and Sword Boy.
Yeah, Ren and Itsuki.
Basically, they go to investigate the archives of a church, and I like how they have their parties standing guard outside. So like, all right, no one's gonna come fuck with us. And they basically do their own research and find out, now Fumi was right. There is something hinky going on here.
Something real hinky going on with the church, guys.
Jinkies, there's something hinky going on in the church.
But yeah, that's an interesting thing that we find out that Malo Mark is actually...
They fucked over everybody.
They fucked over everybody, and I think that's why the queen isn't around, because she's doing damage control.
Probably.
Because she's going around trying to get everyone to not declare war on them.
Yeah.
Although, at the same time...
Who wants to declare war on the country with all 4 cardinal heroes?
You don't want to declare war on the country that summoned the 4 superheroes. Also, your country's constantly getting attacked by sky demons.
Yeah.
So you have to keep everybody within your borders to kind of keep your nation defended because you don't have any heroes.
Yeah.
Also, I imagine that the countries that worship the shield hero are probably a little pissed.
I would be.
It's like, hey, you guys don't even like the shield hero. You summoned our favorite guy to treat him like shit.
Yeah. Why'd you summon our boy, who we named our country after, just to treat him like garbage?
Yeah,
what the fuck?
They were just like, hey, we're going to monopolize all the heroes, summon all of them at once, fuck over everybody, even the one we don't like.
Yeah. This country just gets shittier by the second.
Yeah. The Queen needs to come back.
We need Miss Queenie back.
Yeah, we need Queen back. We need to get rid of that king and that bitch.
Yeah. Fuck her. Fuck mine.
Fuck him.
Fuck him.
Fuck all of them.
Fuck all of them.
But yeah, I feel like things are going to resolve quickly next week with Vittoria.
Yeah.
It's not going to be like, I'm going to kill you, and then, okay, I proved my worth.
It's going to be a thing where now Fumi's going to be like, you know what? Instead of killing all of us, why don't...
She'll probably fight him, but then I have a feeling Philo's going to, like, defend now Fumi, and they're going to fight, and then she's going to be like, okay, through Philo's actions, I have now decided, okay, you're worthy to let live.
And they have Melty, too. And Melty is in good standing with the Philo because she's always nice to him. When we are introduced to her, she's hanging out with him.
Melty's just great. There's nothing wrong with Melty.
There is literally nothing wrong with Melty. She is awesome.
Give Melty all the head pats.
Give Melty all the head pats.
Yeah, give her all the head pats.
She deserves it. Dash head pat in chat to give Melty head pats.
Demon Slayer was good this week too.
Demon Slayer is a real good show.
It is a good show.
It looks real good.
In this episode, Tanjiro takes the final exam or whatever, or the final selection.
Yeah, it's basically an exam.
Yeah, after he finishes cutting the boulder, Tengu Mask Guy shows up and he congratulates Tanjiro and he tells him he didn't want to send him to the exam. He didn't want to send any more kids to die.
He actually sent him to cut the rock because he thought he couldn't do it. So now that he has done it, he's like, well, shit. You proved me wrong, kid.
And they actually get along pretty good instead, and he gives him like a big hot pot to eat in the evening. And he's like, this is in his mentor's like internal narration, but he's like, what you're going to face is 10 times worse than any of the training you just did here. So I want you to just have no worries tonight and just be carefree.
Take the W just this once. And he also gives him a fox mask with a protective spell put on it.
It's a ward against demons.
Yeah. We see how well that works.
Yep. So they end up going... Tanjiro travels to this mountain where he actually sees there's a lot of other people taking this selection besides him.
Yeah, there's a bunch.
And then we see other people from the opening theme song, so we're like, oh, these are the characters that matter. No one else does, though. These are all like... these guys can die off.
We see Yellow Man and Man with Scary Scowl.
And female.
And lady.
Yeah.
And basically it's the... I guess I'll call them MCs of the event.
Yeah, these two twins that look like creepy dolls.
They're creepy as fuck, but I love the way their eyes are drawn. Holy shit. I love how everyone's eyes look different. Yeah. It's nice.
They explain that the final selection, they have to survive on this mountain for 7 days because all the demons are imprisoned on this mountain. They can't leave because at the base of it is this plant that they don't like.
And it blooms all year round. So
they're stuck forever, basically.
Yep. So basically live for a whole week on Demon Mountain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we get to see how Tanjiro's fighting works almost mentally. There's like a string he sees.
He sees a string that goes from the tip of his blade to his opponent's weak point.
And the second it like opens up for a death blow, it goes taut.
Yeah, and that's how he knows when to strike.
And he does have the watery effects that he has in the theme song when he swings.
And it looks just as fucking good as it does in the intro.
It looks great.
It's so nice. I love it.
His water slash or whatever.
Yeah, he has like, it's like his all of his forms are water forms, and he has like a whole bunch of them. Because he's got water wheel, he's got like winding river slash, he's got lake surface slash, which he uses at the end. But basically, we see him use his forms on two demons who show up and are like, don't
two
kill
jobber demons.
Yeah, two jobbers show up and are like, what the fuck? Don't kill Steel. It's not cool.
And then they job to him.
And then they job super hard.
And he's like, okay, I can do this. And then he sees some guy running going, ah! He's like, what is this thing? That's not supposed to be here.
And there is a large demon made of arms.
It's made of arms. It's really fat and it's huge.
Yeah.
And then he finds out after he attacks it that this thing killed Sabito and the other girl. I forget her name.
Momoka?
Yeah, Momoka. This thing killed Sabito and Momoka, and it turns out he has a thing against Tengu Mask Guy, and he specifically seeks out and kills all students all people with fox masks taking this exam.
Because our man in the Tengu mask is the one that imprisoned him there. Turns out he's been there for 50 years.
And he is bitter.
He doesn't like that. He's not happy about that. So he basically grudges super hard against Tanjiro, and Tanjiro's gotta fight him. And oh no, does Tanjiro win? Yeah, he wins.
Yes. And it ends right as he wins, so we don't get to see any aftermath of that.
Yeah. We do get to see little sequences with Momoka and Sabito where they're like, I don't know if he can win this one. Do you think he can win this one? I don't know if he can win this one. And
Sabito's like, he might lose, he might win, but all I know, he cut through this boulder. And this is the hardest boulder.
He cut through the biggest boulder. So, because it turns out Sabito's blade could not cut through the arm demon. Could not.
But Tanjiro did.
Tanjiro did, and this episode was real cool. It was cool seeing him use his forms and shit. And I like it. I like this show a lot. It's very good. Would recommend.
Bokuben, more like Boku bored. Am I right?
Yeah.
It was all right.
Yeah.
My thing with this show is, if I watched this before Quintuplets, I might have liked it more. I know it's older than Quintuplets, but by having watched Quintuplets first, I'm kind of good.
Yeah, it's not breaking any new ground or really scratching any particular itch, because we already got that itch scratched.
It's just fine.
Yeah.
I don't know, if it was up to me, like if I had I wouldn't be watching this for my own sake.
I would not either.
Then why are we watching it?
I don't know. That's a good question.
Well, let's go on with what happened. So the first half is the girl who's good at literature. She wants to go on a diet because she thinks she's too fat, and she realizes she snacks all the time.
She gained a little weight. Turns out it's because she's constantly snacking and studying. Yeah,
and then she stops eating in between meals, and there's a bunch of temptation. Like, everyone's bringing in a bunch of sweets and snacks during break at school. And turns out the whole reason was because she snacks a lot at night, because apparently her brain needs sugar.
Yeah, your brain uses up a lot of sugar when you when you study at night. And our tutor boy is just like,
oh,
don't do that. Stop that. Stop it.
Stop.
Get some help.
Stop that. Get some help.
Best memes.
And he ends up, that's that one. That is basically that one. It's fine.
Basically, it seems like every episode is going to be split into 3 parts for the 3 girls.
Then the girl who's good at the math and science, she has a rival, and the rival thinks that she's dating the main character.
She has a rival she doesn't even want, and her rival is kind of pissed off because she's like, you're not going into science. I can't be your rival if you don't go into science.
If you read the Quintuplets manga, that happens later on too. Futaro gets a rival who he doesn't even know is his rival.
That doesn't surprise me at all.
And turns out he's a great character.
Ah, so good.
But yeah,
I miss our boy Futaro.
I miss him too.
But yeah, she's like, no, I'm not dating him. You can come watch me study if you really don't believe me.
And then she does, and then she tries to like act like she's flirting with him to see if she can make her jealous, but then it just makes him think that she likes him.
I did think that was kind of funny.
Yeah, that was an alright part.
Is this what popularity is? Nope, she's just using you. And it does not faze her at all.
And then they just work it out. She's like, alright, I guess they're not dating, but I still have my doubts, so I'm going to keep an eye on them.
Of course.
And then the other part is with the girl who swims, and I forget what happens with this part. I think I was just so bored that I just started like tuning out. She ends up she didn't
Sports day.
Yeah, she didn't wear a bra to school.
Yeah, she rushed out to go to studying is so intense that she overslept, and in order to get to school on time, she rushed out, but she didn't put a bra on. But oh no, today is school sports day, so everyone's going to be playing sports together. But oh no, she can't let tutor boy see that she doesn't have a bra.
She's all self-conscious, but then she
gets over it.
Yeah, she gets over it, and then after she lands on him while they're playing basketball, and her boobs press against his face.
And he points it out that he figures that out in a real weird way.
Yeah, he's like my sisters feel just like that.
And it's like,
that's not.
I took issue with that.
Yeah, it's not how you want to phrase that.
No, because like, that's a little not okay.
Yeah,
that was weird. That was the weirdest way to put that possible.
And that's the third one.
Yep.
I don't know. I don't feel like I want to watch Bokuben.
I would be okay if I didn't have to watch another episode of Bokuben.
Yeah, again, if it came out before Quintuplets, maybe. Even then, though, it's like, I don't know, something about it grabbed me more. Funny enough, I think they have a fan base war, specifically these two series.
That wouldn't surprise me.
So yeah, we're drawing a line in the sand. We're taking a fan base side.
I mean, technically.
Technically, yeah.
Bye-bye Bokuben.
Bye-bye Bokuben. More like not around
You don't
anymore.
have to try. You don't have to. You don't have to. We're good. We've done it. We can move on to Fairy Gone.
Fairy Gone? More like Fairy still here.
You don't have to try that hard. You don't. It's okay.
More of this show. I like this one better than the last one, but I still thought it was okay. This show is definition okay.
Yeah, because, like, I want to say they slowed down to do a little bit of character development, but they did not even slow down to do character development. They kept the same pace, but still tried to do character development.
I don't know. With this show, it's like,
You're moving so fast. It's just to take a deep breath. Why are you rushing so hard?
Yeah, this is like a two-core show. Can we just have like some slow slice of life shit integrating us slowly into the world?
Yeah, yeah.
Actually, not even just slice, but just like, just them
doing shit.
Teach me about shit. Also, I feel like we fast travel too much too.
Yeah.
Where it's like, you need to go to this place. Immediately they're in this place.
Cause like let them interact on the journey to a place.
Is this the fucking Warcraft movie where it's like you need to go someplace and you're there? It's a reference to a movie that not a lot of people liked or watched. You know why? Because the pacing was like this.
Yeah, the pacing was super like this. Cause like we learn a whole bunch of shit that's just dumped on us at once in this episode.
I realized this show is the Warcraft movie.
Yeah.
It has some cool. It looks cool at times. It's got some cool shit going on. Some neat backdrops.
But it goes so fast. It's got so much shit.
Run of one after the other. One after the other. So many things happen.
Because they go to visit a man, who is voiced by Lieutenant Tsurumi from
or Tengu Mask Man.
And I'm like, good for him getting that work, because I like him as a voice actor.
Dio is a lot of shit lately.
Good.
Dio is in this. He's the guy that looks like Jesus.
Oh, I knew I recognized that dude's voice.
He was the demon that Tanjiro fought today. I'm pretty sure that was him.
Okay, I can hear it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was Dio. If it's not, then fuck me.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
The demon had filters
I'm sorry.
on. It's okay.
I'm sorry.
It's okay, because the demon had filters on.
And, yeah.
They visit this dean of, like, a study academy, and he basically dumps, like, oh, yeah, there's a lot of there's a lot of fairy tomes out there. Here, let me just dump all of the knowledge about all of them on you at once really quickly.
And then this lady from the Mafia that I don't know because it's tied to Free's past, but I don't know that much about Free besides... I don't know, Free and Marlia's relationship, I don't really know besides the fact that they work together.
Yeah,
but
they work together and they go to the same places.
We also never have a moment
together.
where it's just a moment where it's just slow and it stops and we just get to see them interact with each other. It's always while they're doing the job.
Yeah, give us some scenes with characters just kind of chit-chatting.
Yeah. It's like, hey, they just recently met and they did and they were previously both faking in the Mafia.
They've been doing some shit.
But it's just, no, we got to go to this place. We have this job now. We're doing this.
And turns out this job this time is to get a Black Fairy Tome page from a man.
But no, that was the guy in the first episode that Veronica stole it and brought it to, but it's the fake page. But then after this guy that Free was talking to in an alley steals it.
Oh, yeah, because Free has the inside agent who is contracted by the agents group to steal it from them, but turns out that contract came from those people.
Everything sounds dumb and dry when we try to like explain this.
Because I don't know, we get a cool chase sequence. I like the chase sequence. I thought that was kind of neat.
Yeah.
And then there's like a little standoff, and
but again,
that's
everything's cool when like, but it doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, yeah, because we don't know these people. Like, it feels like I'm watching people who have known each other for a while interact with each other, but I don't know their relationship. I don't know what's happened in their past, so I have no stake in it.
Like the Warcraft movie.
Like the fucking Warcraft movie. I don't really care. It's not cool because these people's lives have brought them to this moment where they're facing off. It's cool because standoffs are kind of cool.
Yeah. I don't know. It's 3 episodes in now, and it's just, it hasn't been very good.
I want it to stop. I want this show to just stop. Just take, give me one episode where it just fucking stops.
I mean,
Please.
we can double kill this week, or we can give it another one to see if it, but I don't think it's going to do that. I don't think it's going to slow down at some point.
I don't know. I'm hesitant to double kill back to back on the same episode 2 shows. Because I feel like I want Fairygon to be better more than I want Bokuben to be better.
Bokuben, I think, it's fine, but it is where it is, and it's probably not going to change from that.
Yeah, and to be honest, that's probably where Fairygon is.
I don't know. Fairygon's just, it's... I don't think it's going anywhere. I feel like even if things start to get cooler, I feel like everything is just so muddied that it's just like, hey, the backdrop is fine. It's just there. Everything exists to get you to the next action set piece, and that's what I feel like. Everything is an action set piece setup.
It's a Devon campaign.
It's a Devon campaign.
It's a Devon campaign.
Not Devon's campaign wouldn't have this much backdrop.
That's true. You wouldn't even bother half-assing the backdrop.
You wouldn't even have as much reason as you do currently in this. It would be just, there's a strong guy there, so you gotta fight him. But people here don't know Devon.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm fine with killing this show. If you are fine with it, we have to both agree on it. But I I don't care. I don't care about the action that we get to because all the setup is
We don't have a
just,
reason to.
Yeah, all the setup is just it's just hey, Free and Marlia go to a place and they end up fighting things. And Free basically banters with the bad guy for a little bit while Marlia stands in the background going, "Whoa,
yeah,
I'll shoot you."
Yeah, she literally does nothing. Our main heroine does nothing. I'm okay with killing this one. Goodbye.
Dude, that's a double kill. That's just pow.
Double kill.
All right, now to kill Sango Son next.
Down one.
We kill the rest of the list. We stop at Robbie Hachi. No, I'm kidding.
No, we stop at Bocchi because I love Bocchi.
So Sango Son this week.
It goes super. Actually, first we meet the neighbor.
Yeah, we meet the neighbor, and she is annoyed that they're so loud.
But that's fine.
But they feed her, but now so she's okay with it.
I actually like the part where she opens the door to their apartment right as
he's in the middle of trying to pet her ears, so he looks like he's attacking her.
He's up to some lewd shit, and she just kind of like slowly closes the door and calls the police, and then he just busts out. And he's like, "No, it's fine. It's not what it looks like."
And then she comes in. She's like, "Yeah, we can do whatever we want, especially since I'm of age.
I came of age many years ago."
And then he's just like, "You don't have to phrase it that way." And she's like, "Well, I guess if you're not a minor, then it's fine."
Yeah, she is super chill about it, which, if she is a manga artist like I suspect, will make sense.
And they end up working it out because at first she's like, "Wait, ears and a tail? Oh, you must be cosplaying as a character from some Fox anime."
Which I took a little bit of issue with that, because aside from the fox ears and foxtail, she does not look anything like the character they presented.
No, not at all. But the main character, I liked how he was like, "All right, we gotta watch this show just so we can use this as our cover."
Yeah, this is gonna be our cover. And Senko gets into it.
Yeah,
She's like, "Yo,
buys,
I love this."
He buys the entire series.
He buys the whole series so that the fox spirit that lives in his house can watch it, so that she can claim she's a cosplayer out in public.
Yeah, and then the second part, they're going food shopping, and she's about to just go out as she is, and he's like, "Wait, what are you doing?" She's like, "Oh, I'll just tell people it's that cosplay thing."
And he's like, "No, people don't just go to the supermarket and cosplay."
So he puts on a hat and like a trench coat on her.
He puts on like a newsboy cap.
Yeah, he puts on like a real 40s cap.
And it confuses the whole outfit, because she's got her very traditional Japanese garb underneath this like brown jacket.
Also, her tail is still there, so it kind of pushes the back of the trench coat out.
And it sticks out so much because her tail is so floofy.
And they go to the supermarket, and he realizes, he's like, "Man, I'm having fun. When's the last time I had fun shopping at the supermarket?"
How strange.
And then after Senko's trying to reach something that's on a high shelf, and he's like, "Let me get that for you." And then she makes herself float to grab it.
Yeah,
she's
she
like, "It's
flies.
cool, no one's looking."
And then turns out a little girl is looking, and she's like, "That girl has a tail." And her mom's like, "Yeah, a lot of people have ponytails. Stupid. You dumbass kid.
Be an adult like me and be smart.
Why can't you be less of an idiot?" I did like how absolutely condescending the mother sounded when she was talking to this kid. Like, "Yeah, other people have ponytails, kid. What do you mean? That's stupid."
But yeah, he had a good time shopping, and he decides that he wants to do it again.
Yeah. And that's it. That's it. It's cozy.
And then if you watch the end stuff, you go shopping.
Don't make me complicit in this weird shit.
Come on, don't you want to go shopping with Senko?
Yes, but no, also.
Yeah. Yes, but no. I feel like that's a good description of this show.
Yes, but no.
It's like, "Hey, should I watch The Helpful Fox Senko-san?"
Yes, but no.
Oh.
I'm fine watching this show. I'm fine talking about the show on the interwebs, but then you include me in the first person shot. That's including me in your weird fantasy shit.
Yeah, when I watch the later half, I picture like, oh, this is from Ian's perspective. This is a POV with Ian and Sango.
And I'm just like, I don't want to be here though. Why?
You got isekai'd.
Oh my... What? Okay, new anime. People on an anime podcast
get isekai'd into an anime.
And like every week it's a different anime that they're talking about that they get isekai'd into, and they gotta find a way out.
Yeah, it's fine.
That sounds like a good way to hang a lantern on stuff. Don't steal that idea. I will sue you.
Yeah, we copyrighted it.
Right now.
Yeah, you can't see it because it's written down. Yeah.
We're writing it.
We're writing it.
I'm filing my nails on the Christmas tablecloth.
Yeah, a lot of stuff down here is still Christmas themed.
It's fine.
It's the Christmas episode.
Again. Christmas in April.
April Christmas. Easter Christmas, same month.
Easter Christmas, April Christmas.
Hitori Bochi.
Man, I love the awkward girls. We finally meet Ninja Girl.
Yep. So Hitori Bochi, I call her Bochi, ends up going to school one day, and she's being very sneaky, so she doesn't have to have any conversation with anybody.
Yeah, she sees people outside her house talking, and she's like, I can't talk to those people.
She sees a crossing guard, and is like, I have to go strategically, because if I'm there, well, there's the red light. I have to stand there and make conversation with the crossing guard.
So she hides around the corner for the light to turn green and then just books it right across the road.
And as she does, the girl who sits next to her, the foreigner girl who does not have a foreigner name.
No, it's like Psycho Raisen or something like that. It's super like, Japanese.
This foreign girl with blonde hair and blue eyes. And the most Japanese fucking name ever.
She's so pretty, and also she speaks fluent Japanese.
And she shows up, she sees Bochi, and she's like, are you a ninja? Because she sees her sneaking around. She's like, you must be a ninja. And Bochi's response is, no.
Yeah, she responds in English.
I'm sorry.
She responds in English. I love it. And
the way she says no, too, it's like so sad. Just
no.
And so then this girl gets all bummed out because she thought she met a real ninja.
Turns out this girl really fucking likes ninjas.
Yeah, and so Bochi feels bad, so she tries to cheer up. So she makes an origami throwing star because Bochi is good at origami.
Because it's the fun activity you don't need friends to do.
So she throws it, and it hits her in the back of the head.
Directly.
And Nako and Aru are just like, yo, you were supposed to throw it near her.
You didn't have to actually hit her. And she's like, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to.
And then she opens it up, and then it says on it, do you want to be my friend?
I'm sorry, I am not a ninja. But will you be my friend?
And then she goes, nope. I want to be your apprentice.
Because a real ninja can't let other people know that they're a ninja. So I know that you're just denying it.
And so Bochi basically decides that, okay, this is close enough.
I love how throughout this episode
she keeps picking up Bochi.
She keeps picking her up, and Bochi just goes like dead.
Because she can't handle it or whatever.
It's too much. And Nako is constantly like, she's passing out. Stop doing that.
And they realize, all right, what if we just make her train and go super quick? So she's like, all right, do this. And she does like a hand sign thing.
She puts one hand on top of the other and holds her thumb and is like, do this.
And then she does it. And she's like, congratulations, you've achieved mastery.
You have achieved mastery.
And she's like, no, wait, there's got to be more. And she's like, nope, that's it. You're good. You're a professional ninja.
Yeah.
And then Aru comes over, and then she's like, all right, time is for me as vice president to help out. And she's like, ninja beam, and she just holds out 2 finger guns.
Ninja beam.
And they're like, wow, that's really unfortunate.
That is a moment in this show where I realized the comedic timing is fucking perfect. because she goes ninja beam, and then it cuts to a wide shot of all of them just standing there for a second, and then Ninja Girl is like, wow, that's a really unfortunate thing to do. It's so good. So good.
But then after Bocchi realizes, you know what? I used to train with my previous friend, so this isn't too bad. And she basically asked her, like, hey, after I'm fine being your master, but you being your shisho.
I'm fine being your shisho.
But after, can we be friends? And she's like, yeah, sure.
Yeah, okay. So now she's going to be the master for a bit.
They're basically
friends.
So now she has 3 friends.
And she also picks up an introductory book on being a ninja, because they're like, why are you feeding so much into this fantasy? You don't have to play along so much. And Bocchi's just like, oh, I wasn't playing along. I saw how much she really loved ninjas, and I didn't want her to be sad, so I'm doing this. This is fun. And it's like, Bocchi, you're such a sweet human being. You gotta stop. I can't handle it.
Bocchi's a good kid.
Stop being such a good kid, Bocchi. Stop it. You got that hair, and towards the bottom it like gradients into purple. Stop. I can't handle it.
Can't handle it.
So now we have the three musketeers.
4.
Well, one has to be because there is a 4th guy who is technically not a well, he is, but he isn't.
Well, it's 4 of them. There's a group of 4.
Yeah, but even in the 3 musketeers, there is a 4th person.
Well, yeah, there's more people in the 3 Musketeers
novel. He's main shit. There's a 4th one.
I haven't read it, okay?
Just trust me.
You're making me look stupid on my podcast, Ian. You're making me look like I don't read enough books.
By referencing old literature?
Yeah, Ian, come on.
That no one has probably read? Because Man in the Iron Mask is real good. All right, impromptu book recommendations. We got Man in the Iron Mask. We got The Stand, if you have 6 years to read it.
I think The Stand falls off after a certain point.
It does.
I think the earlier half of the book is a lot more interesting.
It is.
Anyway, we're kind of going off on a tangent, so let's talk about Kotos.
Yeah, let's talk about the Koto, the Ryu.
Kono Oto Tomare. Kono Oto Tomare.
Kono Oto Tomare.
We get more of Best Boy Kudo, and I think you got basically this episode Kudo being Kudo, and I don't know who wants to bang him more, the the club president or Serious Girl.
Yeah, it's a tie at this point, cause like he keeps coming to his defense, cause these kids. Okay, do the kids in Electrical Guitar Music Club always walk around with their fucking guitars on?
That's so you know what club they're in.
Because
you wouldn't recognize them otherwise.
I mean, you're 100% right. I hardly even recognized them when they had their guitars on. The only reason I recognized them was, oh, hey, the people who have guitars are in that guitar club.
And they talk shit in hallways, and that's all they do.
Yeah, they back down super hard as soon as...
Any other person goes like, hey, you guys.
Yeah, hey, cut that out. Oh, shit, sorry. Didn't realize we got a big buster over here.
But yeah, so this episode, everyone's practicing, and Kudo realizes that his fingers are not calloused enough.
His fingers are too soft.
He needs to make his fingers more calloused.
He needs to practice more. So, yeah, he practices more.
And he actually goes to the old lady at the Koto shop, and him and the other delinquent dudes kind of beg her to use the place. And at first she wasn't thinking of doing it, but out of respect for his grandfather, because I guess he was a friend of hers.
Apparently his grandfather was everybody's friend.
Yeah, he was everybody's relating to the Koto's friend.
Any important character had a friend, and it was his grandfather.
Which is good, because he kind of needs that, like, crutch.
He's starting way in behind.
Yeah, so she decides to let them practice, and they all start getting better, and they're all able to do their own individual parts.
Yay! But then they practice together and
Yeah, they're not super good together. They can all do fine, but they can't keep tempo with each other.
yeah, they're all playing at different beats.
And they ask, I forget her name. What's the girl's name?
I don't remember.
Yeah, they ask her,
Prodigy girl.
they ask Prodigy Girl what to do, and she doesn't know how to teach them because it's just something that's so intuitive to her that she can't teach it.
It's what I'm going to name the All Might paradigm, where you're just inherently good at something, so you can't really explain it to anyone else.
They all somehow get worse at playing too by just trying to sync up.
Yeah, it turns out shitty instruction is worse than no instruction.
And they all get tired and decide to go home when they decide, hey, let's go out to eat together.
Class president is like, hey, we need some bonding time.
And originally Prodigy Girl is like, I'm not going to go, I'm busy. And then Kudo kind of drags her along.
He grabs her by the strap on her satchel and is like, nah, actually you're going to come with us and we're all going to have a good time.
And they're at this place eating, I don't know what it is. It looks like you almost make a paste.
Yeah, I don't know what it is either.
Yeah. And so and apparently it's pretty rare because a Japanese girl doesn't know what it is too.
Yeah. Well, she's a rich, sheltered kid, so maybe
Yeah.
it's poor people food.
And they go to this place and they ask if she's going to like cook it or not for them. And she doesn't know. And then Kudo just takes it and he's like, if you don't know how to do something, just say so. No one's going to get mad at you.
Yeah, no one's going to get pissed. No one gives a shit. All right? And then he cooks it.
And then these words kind of hit her deeply where she's like, huh, no one's ever phrased it like that before. Instead, when I didn't know something, I just got yelled at.
Yeah, my tutor used to yell at me and berate me because, my tutor was a stringent hard ass.
And then she basically tells them, she's like, okay, guys, I don't know how to teach you.
I don't know how to teach this bit. It's always just kind of come naturally. And they're like, see, now we've all grown.
And they all get a little bit better together.
Yeah. They are syncing up their mental brainwaves.
And they all go to the old lady's place, and they play some there. And as everyone goes to take a break, Kudo starts playing by himself. And Serious Girl hears him from down the hallway, and also Club President guy's standing right in front of him, and they're both like, whoa, his sound, this tone.
I think it's because...
And it gets them both, like, really...
They get into it.
They get really into it.
I think it's because beforehand, Prodigy Girl is like, I mean, there's more to it than just playing the music. The koto is the instrument that bridges the gap between the heart of the player and the hearts of the audience. So we play and we all experience the emotions together. So we need to break down what this piece means to us.
Yeah, and then he starts to kind of get it a little bit.
Yeah,
and as he's playing, it really gets both of them really into him.
They get super into it.
Yeah, and they get super into him because she's just like, she starts blushing where she's like, he's making this sound?
Yeah, he's the prettiest boy.
And I'm like, that's good because, again, I ship it.
I don't even think it qualifies as shipping at this point. I think it's just inevitable.
I think it's inevitable. It'll happen.
And then he doesn't do that again. Turns out he could do that once.
But then she goes to the club room one day, and one of the other guys is there, and he spills
a little blonde boy.
Yeah, he spills Kudo's backstory to her because she didn't know, and I don't know how she's gonna react to that.
Yeah. We also get a little bit of characterization on little blonde boy and the other delinquents because she's like, "Why are you guys trying so hard? You don't even really have a passion for the koto." And he looks at her and he's just like, because we see Kudo is trying this hard, and anything he's trying this hard at must be worth it.
I'm glad they get some, like, individual time and they're not just a collective.
Yeah.
Where it's like a lot of times it's like, hey, these guys are the joke characters, so they are considered one character split into 3 parts.
Exactly. But these dudes are largely the joke characters, but they do have individual characterization moments. Because we had the black-haired guy with the headband. They had to actually hold him back because he overheard the vice president talking to some dudes being like, those fucking delinquents, and he was gonna step out, and they were like, nah, man, don't do it.
Yeah.
And now we got little blonde boy. Next we gotta get fat kid.
And we still got one more member from the opening that hasn't joined, the other girl.
Yeah, other girl.
Other girl.
Other girl.
But yeah. I like this show.
Me too.
So it's the dark horse of this list.
I never would have thought the Koto show would stand out even more than, like, Jojo Light.
Yeah.
It's just one is executed so much better than the others.
It's just really strong. I would say it's probably my third favorite show on this list.
I agree, because I love all of the characters, even though I can't remember their names.
And
but that's what else is new.
And what else is
What else is new?
we know Kudo, and that's the most important.
Kudo is the only one we need to know.
Yeah. But I like how we're slowly learning about everyone. People are coming together. Even Club President's dude, he's trying to do his best to, like... He even gives a speech in one part of the episode where he's like, oh, man, that probably, like, sounded really arrogant. And they're like, no, yeah, you know what? He's right. Let's all practice some more.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I like this kid.
He just doesn't have any confidence as a leader.
Characters are slowly growing over time, and it's really enjoyable to watch.
I love when characters grow.
Me too. Character growth is great.
Midnight Occult Civil Servants.
A show where so far no one has grown.
Abe no Seme.
Abe no Seme.
So it turns out he wasn't Egyptian, he was Aztec.
Yeah, he was Aztec.
It's not close, but it's not
stylistically it's not like super far, I guess.
Yeah.
It is stylistically close a little bit.
So they end up they're in the dungeon full of the zombies, and
turns out that's a real big fucking problem.
And he made a lot of those.
He made a lot.
He made a fuck ton of zombies.
Although they were talking about it, and they were like, he probably just stumbled upon an old experiment from World War II, because there's a fucking ton of these bodies.
And I like how the scientist guy's like, damn it, why is when every time a nation's losing a war, they turn to the occult?
Yeah, I thought that was pretty funny. There's some good knowledge writing.
But yeah, it's the three main dudes, and they're all stuck down in the basement with the zombies.
Well,
and the
Coyote.
Yeah, Coyote is basically following them and just kind of watching. And he's just the whole time like, hey, Abe no Seme. He's like, are you really happy with what I'm doing? Isn't this great? Isn't this fun?
No,
and
he's
like,
not.
He's like, also, I'm not Seme. And he's like, oh, you're not Seme? He's like, well, that's a huge bummer. I did all this for my friend. I guess if you're not him, I'll just kill you right now.
Yeah, because I don't like people who look like him. That's just insulting.
And he's like, you know what? Never mind. I totally am Abe no Seme. That's me.
No, that's me. You got me. You found out my hilarious joke. I was fooling you. I was doing a prank. And they're just reinforcements from the other districts show up because they're like, oh shit.
They try to basically keep them from getting out of the park, all the zombies.
And our boys basically run away from zombies.
They try to explain how they're different from zombies, but they're fucking zombies. I don't care what they say.
Zombies. They're zombies that are connected by like
I think
a
they're
negative...
called like Kyoshi or something.
Yeah, Kyoshi.
Where it's like, oh, they're zombies, but they're more like puppets. But I'm like, they're fucking zombies. I don't care. They're corpses that eat people.
Yeah. They're more intact than zombies. False, but that's fine. Basically they run around and they talk to Coyote a little bit more, and Coyote is like, my friend used to call me fucking Black Fox or whatever.
Yeah.
Something like that.
And they find out that the source is these missing girls, and at first they thought Coyote kidnapped them, but he's like, nah, I just got them from my friend who's a demon.
Yeah, I took them off the hands of my demon friend. I just asked, and he was like, yeah, sure, they're just lying around.
And this really piques the interest of Host Club dude.
Because he's real big into finding his sister, who is amongst a group of missing cases.
So he thinks this is connected.
Yeah,
and
it probably is.
He's even saying, too, because all the zombies are busting in, everything is going really bad. He's like, what do you want? And Coyote's basically like, yeah, I never actually intended to go this far, but if you call me the name that only you gave me, I'll end it all and just back off.
And he thinks back to the moment where
his grandpa told him a story.
Yeah. So, and then he does. He calls him the name, and then Coyote's like, "Hey, you did it! Congratulations! Everyone is free now." Because even on the surface, things are getting a little dire from one of the other branches of the government.
Yeah, they gotta get in, like, actual cops and, like, a police helicopter.
Yeah. But he's like, "Hey, you did it! You're my best friend. I love you so much."
And then they go back up to the surface, and then he's just kind of hanging out with him now, and he's just like...
Yeah, I guess he's just gonna be with him.
Yeah, and he's like, "Oh yeah, by the way, this is my actual name." And then they're like, "Oh, that's an Aztec god of trickery."
"You are an Aztec trickster god who's killed a lot of people."
And he's like, "I don't know about a lot of people.
"I didn't actually kill that many people." Which is not a comforting response.
And he tells him, he's like, "Don't call me Seme, my name's Arata." And he's just like, "Okay." And he calls him Arata.
Yeah.
And then after I guess he's going to stick with him now. So it's like...
Now they're just going to have a trickster god hanging out with him.
Yep. It's like, hey, it's adventures of guy who can talk to spirits and his trickster god ghost boyfriend.
Yeah, his trickster god gay boyfriend.
Well, yeah, basically.
Yeah.
So...
Okay.
Yeah, that's
it.
That's what we're going to do now.
That's what happens. That's the direction this show goes in.
Yeah, that's where this is going. So Robbie Hachi,
this show's fucking
Robbie
good.
Hachi's fucking awesome.
This show is great. They go to Pluto. Well, they don't go to Pluto on purpose.
Yeah, they get kicked out. They get kicked out of the warp space by Pluto, by the Pluto like government, just so they can forcibly visit Pluto.
Yeah, because turns out Pluto is also having tourism troubles.
So it looks like Robbie and Hachi are basically going to be like...
space PR buddies.
Yeah, space PR guys. And after realizing how great of a job they did with Mars, they decide, hey, we need you guys to help Pluto. Can you help like do your marketing strategy on Pluto? And at first they want no part of this, but then after they take off their dumb mascot costumes, he realizes, oh, the daughter's hot. Okay.
I can't be so easily swayed by doughy eyes or cleavage. And then he like looks at her cleavage again. But I'm a man of integrity. Oh man.
And they basically explain to him that they've been getting ripped off by a marketing company, because apparently a marketing firm has taken over Pluto's marketing, and they've been pushing shitty mascots that have failed on Earth over on Pluto.
Yeah.
And Robbie even said, he's like, I know that character. That's Mr. Pluto. I once bought a set of his cards because I thought they'd be rare someday.
Back when I was trying to collect cards because people told me there was money to be made there.
And Hachi was like, did it end up working out? And he's like, no comment.
No comment. So they basically talk to the Pluto people, and they're like, well, what are Pluto's sell? We gotta honestly sell Pluto. What are Pluto's selling points?
We got shaved ice.
Yeah, that's not gonna cut it. Yeah, it's already cold.
On this freezing cold planet? Yep. Does it sell? Nope.
And Hachi is eating it, and he's like, there's something... Oh, I know. There's too much nitrogen in this ice. That's why it doesn't taste quite so good.
Can you eat nitrogen?
No, that's bad for you.
Okay.
You should not do that. Do not eat frozen nitrogen.
I love the wit on this show with like how it's just like, hey, do they sell? Nope. Okay. Or just right. The like, hey, I bought all those cards to make money. Did it work out? No comment.
No comment. Everything is played super straight, and that's really good. I love the dry humor.
Yeah, it's not because I get a little sick of because every show uses the straight man thing where it's like, I say something wacky and weird, and then I'm the character that calls you out on it.
Yeah, but this is kind of like, both of them are the straight man and also the wacky man at the same time.
Yeah.
Because you have those moments where Hachi is like, I never thought I'd be, like, they first get there.
They get to Pluto, and they're both freezing, and he's like, Robbie, look, my teeth are chattering. This is great. I never would have come here.
And then he starts chattering his teeth at Robbie, and Robbie just starts angrily chattering back at him.
And then after they're like, come on, we got to figure out Pluto's selling point. Then they realize there's an ice field shaped like a heart.
Because I love Robbie's, I love his way of, how do we get people to come here? All right. First, we got to attract cute girls ages 23 to 30.
Yeah, we got to get the 23 to 30 demographic, because that's where people are going to want to go, where the girls are going.
Exactly.
And they make an advertisement video of, Hachi and the daughter of, is your relationship cold on the rocks? Come to Pluto.
I love it so much.
And it's just Hachi and the girl running through the ice field.
Yeah, they're just running through an ice field laughing. Like they're not even doing anything. It's so good.
And then they're over in the ice field figuring out what best to put in the area. And then a ship comes down from the marketing firm and they made a giant mecha Mr. Pluto.
I love the names of I love how these two marketing people introduce themselves, because it's like, hi, I'm Coda of formerly known as Miss Untrustworthy Coda's PR firm. And then the girl is like, and I'm Slightly Trustable Miyota, or whatever her name is. And then they Gatai battle.
Yeah, so Robbie and Hachi get in their robot, and they get in theirs. So both of them are in giant robots, and both of them think the other is stronger. So they're like, hey, if you attack us, we're going to shoot our super Heiser-Krieger beam. We'll block it with our Pluto shield and unleash our Pluto punch.
It's so good.
And then they're both like, why hasn't he thrown a punch yet?
Could
Maybe.
it be?
This guy's weak.
The other person's weak too.
And so they see that the Heiser-Krieger is hollow, so they decide to throw a punch at it. And they shatter the robot's arm completely.
It disintegrates immediately. And everyone's like, eh? And so they break out the Heiser-Krieger spear. And they poke Mr. Pluto once, and he goes flying. So I guess there is a little bit of magic in that old Heiser-Krieger.
And then they end up getting back in the ship, leaving. And as they're leaving, they're like, wait! We didn't pay your consultation fee.
Oh, well, that's fine.
And as the other group, Yan's group, they end up going to Mars, and they're super excited to get takoyaki.
Turns out there is none. They're done with octopi.
Where's the takoyaki? And they're like, oh, we're not doing that anymore.
But what about the octopus fields? You people were octopi. No, we're not. We're staying away from that image.
And he's like, what about the cabaret, the Martian cabaret clubs? We have regular cabaret clubs. And then he drops down to the ground, the blonde dude, and he slams his fists into the dirt, and he's like, no!
It's so good. Yan...
Like a Planet of the Apes scene where it's just like, you blew it up!
You
animals!
You blew it all to hell! Oh, it's so good. Yan and his crew are so good. Even when they appear for a couple minutes at a time, they're just a joy, just a pleasure.
I love the ED.
It's so good, so good. Also, I'm gonna take a guess, and I'm gonna say that Yan and his goons, they're not gonna be our main villains. They're gonna be some background villains.
Oh no, they're not our
chasing.
main villains. These guys are not main villain material. These guys are sub villains.
I think our main villains are gonna be the two PR scammers. I think we're gonna see them come back.
Nah, I don't think we're gonna see them come back.
I don't know, man.
I don't know.
Depends on how much PR angle keeps going.
Next, we're going to some kind of aquatic planet I saw in the preview for the next episode.
Yeah, we're going to see a lot of...
And there's mermaid women, so Robbie's going to get distracted by that.
He's sold. What if it was more people in suits?
I think he would have trust issues after that.
I don't blame him. What if I think that's going to be a plot point. He's going to have a little bit of trust issues where he's like, all right, take off the mask. And it's not going to be a mask.
Maybe.
It fits with Robbie's luck.
Yeah, those would be the first real aliens we see, because everyone's been human so far.
Yeah. Even the Martians, they're human. They just happen to live on Mars.
Yeah. But yeah, it was a good week.
Yeah, good shit. We dropped some extra baggage.
Yep, we killed 2 shows.
We killed them.
We killed them.
They're
not
gone.
coming back.
Don't tell the police, or we'll have to kill you too.
We buried them under the floorboards.
Bum, bum.
We put them there right next to Boogie Pop and I don't know,
Hinomaru Sumo.
Yeah, Hinomaru Sumo. I'm like, what else did we kill? We killed something in the first season way before Hinomaru Sumo. We let that one go for a while.
That one rode for a long time.
Wait a second, I can just go back.
We literally have the notebook with our lists in it right here. Live troubleshooting.
We killed Ulysses.
Oh, fuck. I forgot about Ulysses.
Yeah.
Ulysses isn't even under the floorboards. We took that one far out.
We put that one in like the wood chipper they put Stephen Buscemi in
Fargo. Looks like you're having a little trouble there, bud. But good week.
Yeah.
I like a lot of the shows we got.
And if you want to see us talk about the shows of next week, maybe subscribe to our channel.
And make sure you ring that bell to get notifications.
Or check us out on Twitter at Protagonist Seat.
Like our posts and our videos. Like all our stuff. Retweet our stuff. Send our stuff to other people. Word of mouth is how we spread.
You know what's the most powerful form of advertising? You know what's the most powerful form of advertising?
Word of mouth?
Word of mouth?
Word of mouth? Michael A.L. Fox, the streamer?
Word of mouth. But yeah, this has been the Protagonist Seat, the only podcast that spoils Avengers Endgame for you.
They don't go into Thanos' ass.
They don't go up his ass. I know, it's fucking stupid. You know how you beat the boss? You have Formaggio use Little Feet to go up his ass.
Oh my god. Ugh. All right. See ya.
Later.